C, the Minnesota Vikings do move on from failed offensive line projects, just not very quickly. But in this case, quasi-quickly, as they have waived a former 2019 fourth-round pick, Dru Samia, off an injured reserve with an injury settlement. Now, we talked about injury settlements before because kicker Riley Patterson was waived with an injury settlement off of injured reserve as well. And players' agents do push for this when they feel that a player can get back on the field during the season and put up some good tape and potentially get a job for 2022. And teams are all for it because it saves them salary cap off of the injured reserve, because otherwise would have been full freight if they stayed on there. Last year, Dru Samia started 4 games for the Vikings at right guard in place of Pat Elflein, who got hurt after week 1 in practice. Talk about practice. And we were pumped. Maybe Dru Samia in year 2 could pan out. But during his 4 starts last year, Dru Samia allowed 14 pressures, 3 sacks, a partridge in a pear tree, and had a 17.0 PFF pass blocking grade, which was the best for 120th in the NFL, which is not good. It's not great. Then Samia had a practice injury of his own, and then Ezra took over at right guard. So the Dru dynasty was canceled, and I accept the full L on Dru Samia. No one bats 1,000 on prospects anyways. You're lucky if you're even approaching Ted Williams. Now, I thought that he was a steal in the 4th round, coming from that big, bad Oklahoma offensive line that protected Baker and Kyler, had that nastiness that the offensive line needed, but there were 2 moments when I knew that we were in a little bit of trouble. And one of them was in college when Oklahoma played Alabama in the playoff, and Quinnen Williams of Bama, a grown-ass man who's now with the Jets, just manhandled Dru Samia. Right? And yes, you don't have guys like Quinnen Williams in the Big 12, except for James Lynch, but that gave me a little bit of cause for pause, but it's like, Mama, I can change him. And also in the 4th round, why not? Second was week 17 of his rookie season, 2019, against the Bears in the pointless game. The Vikings were already locked up for the playoffs, the starter stat, etc. And then rookies Dru Samia and Oli Udoh, who was a 6th-round pick that year out of Elan, started on the right side at guard and tackle, respectively. And Oli thoroughly outperformed Samia. Dru did not look very good at all. Oli showed a lot of promise, and it really wasn't close. And Samia has leaning and leverage issues, and it just wasn't going to work out. Like, the things that were ailing him, I don't think are fixable. But I'm not bitter. I do wish Dru well. Maybe he can catch on somewhere else on a practice squad and try to salvage his career. And hell, knowing the Vikings' luck, he's going to go somewhere and turn into Richie Incognito on the field. But Samia, it's been real, it's been fun. It hasn't been real fun, but deuces. We wish you well somewhere else. Watch, it's going to be Green Bay or the Bears. You just watch. But your thoughts on our thoughts. Dru Samia getting waived off of IR with an injury settlement. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, pull a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.